Hey everybody, and welcome to what's going to be a full Let's Play of Final Fantasy VII, the remake. I'm super hyped for this. Square Enix has provided me an early copy, and I'm only able to show you the first hour of the game before release. And to keep things flowing this week, instead of putting up a 1 hour chunk right now and then waiting till later on in the week when I can post more, I thought we would do 3 20-minute videos happening today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. And then when I can post longer videos, absolutely I will be, and we'll just pick up from where we leave off. If you don't mind taking a second, I would love to hear how you found the channel in the first place, how long you've been around. Give me all those details. I'd love to hear it. And if you enjoy the video, giving a thumbs up really does help me out. If you're new here, maybe consider subscribing, hitting the bell for notifications when I post more of this playthrough. I've also included a link to this playlist in the video description, so you can easily keep up to date on the playthrough, so check that out. And before we get into the meat of this intro scene, I thought I'd share a quick Final Fantasy VII story. This game's really special to me. It's the first game that I ever bought with my own hard-earned money when I was 12 years old. And I still remember my mom driving me to Zeller's, a place that doesn't even exist anymore. And I laugh now thinking about how mind-blown I was that this game came on 3 discs. Sad thing is, I never got really far into the game back then because I was 12 and I had girls to chase. So I'll be going to this story blind for the most part, actually. And while I don't remember many details of the game, I remember extremely clearly how it made me feel. And this has sort of been that game that got away from me, which is why I'm so stoked for this release, and it's finally here. Lastly, if you haven't already, I recommend setting the vibe. That means lights off, headphones on, volume up. Just let yourself get into this. Here we go. Oh, gives me chills. That's incredible. Oh, okay, I'm ready.
Get down here, Merc.
Not a bad way to enter, if you ask me. So let's roll. Now, I've played through the demo a few times, which was basically this opening section of the game.
You're up.
So I'm pretty familiar with the combat now. That said, the tutorials will pop up on the screen. I'm going to probably just dismiss them rather quickly since it's all pretty basic. But if you need to pause and quickly look at the tutorial, go for it. But basically, just to attack, we can either smash the button or we can hold it down. Do slightly different moves, and we'll get into some of the finesse of that soon.
Who in the hell? Hands where I can see them.
Don't worry, guys. We'll handle this.
Have fun.
Guess that's why we're hired after all. Okay, so let's talk about our ATB gauge. This is what lets us use our specials. It's in the bottom right. One just filled up, and we can expend ATB gauge charges on different items or abilities. So one of the ways we can do that is hit X, go to abilities, and let's go focus thrust. There we go.
Was never in doubt.
Checking data out of battle, we can open up the pause thing and access the map. When we see that little up arrow, then it automatically does something for us. Jumping something, climbing something, so on and so forth.
Drop the weapon.
You got this.
Yeah, what'd he say?
I like how they're trying to be sneaky. It's like, don't worry. We can avoid attacks by guarding and evading.
Can't get surrounded.
If we're in a different mode, so if we go into Punisher mode by hitting triangle, then we can actually block and counter melee attacks. This mode's really powerful, and it'll probably introduce us to that a little bit later on, but... opening chests, straightforward. Let's see what we find. I don't know if chest stuff is randomized or if it's always the same every time you play through. It would be kind of nice if it was randomized, though. 2 grenades. Try to use those. One thing I'm going to do before we get too far is change up our battle settings. These are ways to quickly access items and skills. So the way I play, because I'm hitting square a lot, I want to use abilities that are going to increase stagger, like our focus thrust, on that same button, so I can do it quickly in battle. We'll put Braver, our kind of overhead slam attack, on triangle, and then I'm going to throw in maybe a fire spell here, and we'll throw a potion down here. Actually, we could throw in grenades on circle since we just picked it up. This way you don't have to go into the menu for the character that you're controlling. If we find boxes that have the Shinra logo on them, we break them open, find whatever's inside. Thank you.
So what's Soldier Boy's deal? Is he one of us now? He's got balls, this, what was his name again?
Cloud Strife.
Right.
And he isn't a soldier anymore. Still, he's a professional, unlike the rest of us. I'm glad to have him.
This is a one-time gig. When it's done, we're done.
We haven't heard much from him yet, but this guy...
You'll keep us
Real
safe.
joy to look at, too.
This is actually the actor who plays Badger in Breaking Bad, which is really cool.
Guess I'm not on the same page as people.
I'd say you're not even reading the same book.
Enough. We're done here.
Or even the same...
Give it a rest.
She's into it. She's into it. I can tell. I can feel the vibes.
Come on, nobody do something this crazy just for money. They may not think you're a true believer, but you know what I think?
Not interested.
What?
Wedge.
It's
You
quite the
better
tad.
be worth the money, Merc. Every last gil.
I won't let you down. Oh, that's sick. Okay. Oh, I'm so psyched. Okay, we can lock onto targets with R3. I'll see if I can show you one of those blocks now. We'll go into Punisher mode, and as long as I block the attack, you don't even have to time it. As long as we're in Punisher mode, we do a counterattack, and we get a huge stagger off.
Sorry.
Where they take tons of extra damage.
Hey!
Looks like you're next. That's that. Nothing to it.
Have anything else down here we can smash? Sort of. So when I first played through the demo... Whoa.
Enough. Let's do it.
Nice counter.
Brace yourself.
Jeez. When I first played through the demo, a lot of the nuances of combat were kind of lost on me. It just throws a lot at you, right?
Elevator's over there. Catch up soon.
But playing through that a few times really helped a lot. And there's a lot more going on in combat than you originally think. You need a second?
This way.
I'll be there in a sec. I got boxes to smash. A lot of drops from these. All sorts of things too. Moogle metal. Not sure what that is yet.
Not so fast. We've got company.
Jeez, a lot of dogs. Now, the downside to just walking around waiting for a melee attack to hit is that these don't block when you're guarding like this, in this
Get ready.
stronger mode. It doesn't block the bullets, so you are susceptible to that. There we go. Should use potions, watch your health. Being a little aggressive. Nice thing is, out of combat, we can heal. So let's get topped up here. Another Moogle medal. Okay. We'll have to look into what that is. Can we actually see that in our inventory right now? Key items. Medal with a Moogle on it. Popular item among collectors. Okay, cool. So sometimes if we can work them into a stagger, that's great. But a lot of these low-level guys, we end up killing before they even get to that point. The dogs are quite a bit stronger, though. I can't believe they leave Wedge. Poor guy. It just seems like he's in over his head a little bit, you know?
I'll secure our escape route, okay?
Okay.
You go on and catch up with the others.
Okay, Wedge. Best of luck. Damn.
Soldiers may attack on command, but I hear they make good guard dogs too. Bet you've seen a few reactors. So how do we get to the bridge above Mako storage? Ain't holding out on me, are you?
Wouldn't dream of it.
Stamp scared to bite the hand that fed him? Or is he a loyal little doggy? Have it your way, Mutt. We can do this with you, or we can do this without you.
Different reactor, different layout. Depends when it was built. Never seen one like this, but I'll manage.
When he calls us Stamp there, it took me a while to figure out why he was calling us that.
Biggs will have the door open soon.
But it's a reference to this, like, fictional, I guess, dog in this world. I think there's movies or TV shows about it. And, yeah, we'll see some of the signage. And when I see one, I'll point it out.
Damn, I'm good.
Who's there? Door!
So I think this is where they introduce switching to different modes, if I'm not mistaken. But we've already done that, so
It's over!
we should be able to dispatch them pretty quick. Yeah, so the unique ability, go into the mode shift, go into the Punisher mode.
He's alone!
Now, one cool thing to do is we can just, like, do regular standard attacks,
Make it rain!
and that's all fine and good. But if we switch into Punisher and we hold the attack, if you notice in the bottom right, there's a little icon that shows up under the bars. And that's basically like a berserk status, and that gives us extra damage, but also we take extra damage. But against weaker enemies, it's a really nice way to just buff up the speed at which we can get rid of them.
It's a good thing I know someone who can get us the passcodes. Pity no one else at command will talk to us, but what can you do? And we're good.
Yes,
Careful
it is.
in there.
Very convenient, Jesse. Thanks.
I got this place covered.
Looks like the elevator's on another floor. Mind pushing that button?
No problem at all.
Security's only gonna get tighter, so be ready. We can't afford any more mistakes.
You got it.
So, you know Tifa, right? It's not really my business, but are you guys close?
Cloud! Are you ignoring me?
So we go way back. Close is probably an understatement.
Tifa and I.
These sewer rats appear to call themselves Avalanche, sir. We are currently investigating whether they belong to the same group that made the attempt on your life. Rest assured, our inquiries will not take much longer.
This pump's sole purpose is to drain the planet dry. While you sleep, while you eat, while you shit, it's here sucking up Mako. It doesn't rest, and it doesn't care. You do realize what Mako is, don't you? Mako is the lifeblood of our world. The planet bleeds green like you and me bleed red. The hell you think's gonna happen when it's all gone, huh? Answer me! You gonna stand there and pretend you can't hear the planet crying out in pain? I know you can!
You really hear that?
Damn straight I do!
Get help.
Say that again!
No, we're cool. We're cool.
I'd worry less about the planet and more about the next 5 seconds. Save the screaming for later.
Our lives are on the line now. You listening, Merc? One false move, and that happens.
Well, so much for having Cloud do all the fighting. There are some places a sword just can't reach. Just bear with him for me, would you?
Yeah.
Should have asked for more money.
All right, guys. Well, I'll tell you what. This is going to have to be where we wrap it up for today. We're going to, as I said, do 3 shorter videos over the course of the next 3 days before I can start releasing longer episodes to you guys. But I hope this gives you just a nice little tease. If you haven't seen the demo, or if you're just getting into Final Fantasy VII, this is like, we're just scratching the surface. But I'm super thrilled to be playing this game. Like, very, very excited. I'm super excited to finally figure out what the story's all about. And I'll be doing a lot of regular uploads once we're allowed to. So thank you guys so much for watching. As I said earlier, if you're new here, consider subscribing. Check out the playlist down below. I'll be updating that with videos regularly. And I really appreciate the support. If you've been around a long time, it means the world to me. We'll see you in the next one when we have Barrett helping us out. And then we'll have some mini boss fights. And then eventually, probably in the 3rd video of the week, we'll have a crazy boss fight that I'm now, I think, pretty good at. So it'll be interesting. And then we'll be getting into all new content that is ready to rock and roll and dive into the story. We'll see you guys very soon. Thank you so much.